Redbox's derelict kiosks are a big red security risk. Penguin Random House amended its copyright rules. And Tesla's full self-driving function is under federal investigation after 4 reduced visibility crashes. It's Monday, October 21st, and this is Engadget News. It's only been 3 months since the implosion of Redbox, but the company's familiar red kiosks could become a security nightmare as they're sold to the highest bidders. Gizmodo reported at least one owner of a defunct DVD and Blu-ray dispenser found a way to obtain customers' private information from an encrypted file on the machine, which contained more than just one person's penchant for the Trolls franchise. The database also contained sensitive data like personal emails and home addresses. On Mastodon, programmer Fun Turing, a self-described collector of weird things, said she cracked the encrypted files from a Redbox machine and matched the information she found to a real person. The file she obtained came from a Redbox machine that had operated in Morganton, North Carolina. The information she pulled from the file showed a customer's name, zip code, and usage history. If you're curious, they rented a copy of The Giver and The Maze Runner. I'll bet that person is thankful they decided not to take out a copy of Disney's Lone Ranger reboot. Turing told Lopez she was even able to obtain part of some customers' credit card information, even though there wasn't an entire log. She noticed it still had the first 6 and last 4 digits of each credit card, plus some lower-level transaction details. It also didn't take a lot of hacking know-how to crack the machines. The code Redbox used to program the machines is the kind of code you get when you hire 20 new grads who technically know C#, but none of them has written any software before. At least that's what Turing wrote on Mastodon. Now, here's the kicker. It's clear that Redbox's parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul, did not do a great job of wiping the machines before selling them off like old shoes at a garage sale. There are over 24,000 kiosks, and some people are even buying them from the store and taking the things home. Suddenly, paying a couple of extra bucks for Netflix doesn't sound as bad right now. Artificial intelligence makers have faced a mountain of criticism for borrowing from the work of others to train its models. Now, the world's largest publishing house is taking steps to ensure its authors don't have their work plagiarized in the name of progress. The bookseller reports that Penguin Random House Publishing changed the copyright page at the front of its books to address using any of its titles as a source for artificial intelligence training. Now, the wording states, no part of this book may be used or reproduced in any manner for the purpose of training artificial intelligence technologies or systems. The new wording also protects against data absorption by noting the publisher expressly reserves the titles from the text and data mining exception. This part of the amended text comes from a recent European Parliament directive regarding text and data mining exceptions and ownership. Penguin Random House is the latest publishing company to take action against encroaching AI models. Just last week, the New York Times issued a cease and desist letter to the AI startup Perplexity to stop using its articles and stories to help its AI model create answers for users. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating Tesla's full self-driving feature in relation to 4 crashes. The collisions took place in reduced visibility conditions with either the beta or supervised versions of FSD enabled. In November of last year, an incident in Arizona, a Model Y fatally hit a pedestrian. An injury was sustained in one of the other 3 collisions, which occurred between March and May this year, and all involved Model 3 EVs. The NHTSA says conditions such as sun glare, fog, and airborne dust lowered visibility in these incidents. The agency's Office of Defects Investigation is looking into FSD's ability to detect and respond appropriately to reduced roadway visibility concerns. It will also try to determine if there have been other crashes in similar circumstances with FSD enabled. The ODI will also probe any changes by Tesla to the system that may affect the performance of FSD in reduced roadway visibility conditions. In particular, this review will assess the timing, the purpose, and the capabilities of any such updates, as well as Tesla's assessment of their safety impact. In April, the NHTSA closed an investigation into hundreds of crashes in which Tesla's autopilot system was engaged. It said 13 of those crashes were fatal. The agency determined that in many of the crashes, the drivers were not sufficiently engaged, and that the warnings provided by autopilot when auto steer was engaged did not adequately ensure that drivers maintained their attention on the driving task. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said last week that the Model 3 and Model Y SUV will be able to operate without supervision in California and Texas starting next year. At that same event, Musk unveiled the Cybercab, a two-seater robocab with no steering wheel or pedals that the company intends to start producing by 2027. Tesla does not have a media relations department that can be reached for comment. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Danny Gallagher and Chris Holt and was voiced and produced from the boutique sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.